Hello, hello.
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going pretty good. How's it going?
Good. I keep missing these calls. I keep watching the recordings. Finally
Hey,
on.
well, your timing this week was impeccable. Glad you were able to make it on. How's it going, P Money? The greatest.
Hey, what up, B? How you doing?
I am doing pretty good. Can't complain. How are both of y'all doing today? How's trading been going for the day?
Trading is cool. Trading is cool. Not a lot of losses, break evens, but I want to show you my chart.
Okay. Go ahead. Hey, Josiah, how you doing? I might say it too early. Hey, Josiah.
Oh, hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. I wanted to still go over that weak point you said.
Oh, sure.
That I sent to the group chat.
Let me let P Money share his chart first, and then we'll turn over to your question to Josiah, and then good. P Money, you got the floor. Share your screen, brother.
Sir. Okay, we good?
Yep.
Okay. So right here we have a 4-hour supply zone. Market is unconfirmed bearish, and I'll drop down to my 15-minute, and we have the market is unconfirmed bearish right here. It's a fake chop. Well, I didn't
go back to your 4-hour again. I want to see something real quick. Okay, 4-hour. You said your trend was what? Bearish, right?
Unconfirmed bearish.
Okay, cool. And
now,
your bias of direction was what direction?
Bias of direction. Right here, I couldn't say, because I'm thinking, I like to look into price first to see what price is doing. Whereas here, I see that the green candle is going up, but it can just be coming to retest this for all I know. Because price, I see price right here, but price is like literally probably down here when I woke up, green, like down here a little bit.
Okay.
So that's how you do. You get your direction straight from here, like, oh, it's going up. You will say like it's buys or something.
Depends on, like I said, trend phase, what is the trend state, what is the phase, and overall, there's a couple of things that I look at within trend, and that's what helps me to understand what direction is it going, right? So, what phase is it in?
So right here, this is in a correctional phase. But like you said, anything could change within one candle. So I didn't want to base anything off the 4-hour. But if that's how we should do it, I'll start doing it. Because I had times before where this 4-hour candle will be green a little bit, and then bam, it turns and red and goes red.
Yeah, you can't base anything that you do on a candle that hasn't closed, though.
Okay, so
that was my reason. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so that was my reason why I didn't have a direction yet. I just had the unconfirmed bearish, and this candle was like right here, it didn't close yet. Okay, and then now I went to the 15-minute, and right here, I see unconfirmed bearish. So, so this is what I call my supply zone because it broke. But as I was going on, I'm like, man, is this really a break? Because as I was going on here, I see, I trade from the 15-minute though, but so I see right here, hey, this is bullish still. I see right here on the 1 hour, it's still bullish. And I know times like this, the 1 hour has messed me up. So, so I just went to the 15-minute and everything was bullish except this right here. So I'm in a 15-minute supply zone. Luckily, I kind of woke up a little bit later. It was still buying. I know because you said supply and demand always goes in with market structure. So I know that if I was awake, I wasn't awake right here. I would have bought this right here. I would have put it as on because price is still going in trend. If I was awake, I would have bought
It does. Supply and demand does. People cannot use it. But what I was saying is you have to have something that you base everything, you make all of your decisions on. And that's got to be on a sense of direction. There's only three things that you need in trading, period. Like, it doesn't matter what strategy in the world you trade. And it's just like a pyramid. The first part of the pyramid is D for direction. The second part is a point of interest. And the third part is a place where you enter. Now, sometimes you can combine both of these into one, so you don't need both of those. But you have to have all three. A lot of times what I end up seeing most people do that take losses is that they defy their rules for direction because it's market structure based on one thing they saw somewhere else in some other concept. And what I was saying is you have to have one concept that determines your sense of direction, which everything builds into it, so that supply and demand works hand in hand with market structure. If you're using market structure for direction, then use market structure. Don't let supply or demand determine direction for you, because that's often the reason why people end up taking a lot of losses. It's for that exact reason. Like, you have things, you're not paying attention to the fact that your rules that you're placing don't agree with each other. Does that make sense?
I don't quite understand, because so how would I get direction from here if this candle hasn't closed?
The direction, that's what you got to go deeper in your understanding of market structure. That's why I keep asking you about trend phases. The phase is more important than understanding if that candle closes or not. If you understand the phase, you know the direction of where you would have a sense of direction where the market is going at all times, regardless of the candles. So the market is made a push down. It's made a push into this supply zone that you've drawn out. Our expectation is that the market would come back if you use expectational order flow, which was when we talk about in the course, and it would make a BOS. Regardless of what this candle does, my whole anticipation is until it breaks this, or it comes here and breaks this low, it's in an impulsive phase. Whether it comes back and taps the zone multiple times is irrelevant. This would still be eventually a lower high spot if the market goes back and breaks past the lower low, which means all of this, no matter what the candles do, was all the impulsive phase. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still thinking that the market's going to go and push down because it wants to create this as a lower high. It may just be pulling back temporarily. Cool. Then my anticipation is wait for it to go back into the zone, maybe give me a chalk, and then I'll still continue going with the overall biases that it's going down. That's why I asked you, what did you see here? Because it's very important that you understand to those details, right?
Yes.
Everything you do on the 15-minute should align to what you see here as well, too. So on the 15-minute, what you probably saw, or what happened here is just a little bit of consolidation. The market's still probably going into this, but overall has not changed my long-term bias that I'm expecting price to go past here.
Yeah, that's totally. I thought the same way too, but what threw me off was, okay, if this chopped, if it chopped, but price is still going, price still went up. So what would you say to this? It made a lower low.
Well, right now price is moving in the middle of nowhere. So why is it making that chop? Don't really have an answer for that. And because I don't, that's something also why I would just wait for the price to movement. I don't, like I said, I'm not trying to trade everything.
Exactly.
Trying to trade what makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then don't touch it. But for it to have to make this chop, the market was already moving in that direction. That makes sense. For it to make this BOS, okay, now it's moving into a scenario where it's probably is showing some type of consolidation. At this point, all we have is a price moving up, price making a pullback, price moving up, price not falling in, and it ultimately direction. It just seems kind of directionless. So I wouldn't even be trying to force trades at this point on this. I just wait. Wait till it's clear.
But the 1 hour is showing 1 hour is clear as day. But sometimes, like, because as soon as you told me, like, hey, we trade the 15-minute, 4-minute, I mean the 4 hour, it helped me out. But today, like, the 1 hour was clear. If I would have went off the 1 hour, I would have easily bought this going up.
Well, like I said, your idea has really come from your higher time frame.
Mhm.
If you get just this one day, if it's not clear, then it's not clear. Just avoid taking the trade,
Exactly.
right? But if you do it, you're basing your decision off of this one time where the 1 hour has helped you, where a majority of the time you take losses because of the 1 hour, right? So does it make sense to base and say, all right, well, if I'd seen this at work, but knowing that if you had to do this out of 100 times, majority of them wouldn't have worked anyways. So why would you start practicing that? Does that make sense?
That made perfect sense. I just wanted you to say, like, okay, it's okay. Like, obviously you don't have to trade. Like, if it don't go with your plan, it don't go with your plan, period. So
Yeah. If it's not clear, then stay away. It's better than committing funds to the market and finding out you were wrong, which you already had a hint, an idea that you were wrong about the idea of where the market was going anyways. But if you look at the 4 hour, right? This is why I say it's important to understand it's not like the market's bullish or bearish. Great. That's only half the battle. Like that.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
If the market is bullish or bearish, great. That's half the battle. You only know half the picture. You have to understand exponential order flow. The market is likely to go here.
Mhm.
But before this candle printed, if the market is not moving up and it made this chalk here, likely it's coming back into the zone. So some people may say it's going to wipe liquidity or something like that, right? I don't trade liquidity, so I'm not going to say that. But if we know supply zone is meant to push price, right? Well, price didn't push, and sometimes it takes multiple pushes. So this looks like the market's coming back into here, which I would have had a bias that, all right, short term, I'm buying until I get in here, get a chalk, then I'm selling. Because overall, I expect the market to move like this, but I expect for it to make right here a lower high, and I expect for it to try to make a lower low. But there wasn't enough stuff said by Jerome Powell today to make that happen. So, does that make sense though?
No, that made perfect sense. That made perfect sense. So that makes perfect sense. But I'm just happy. Like, I feel like I won today. Well, I took a small sell right here because I played the pullback. But I'm happy. Back in the day, months ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, I would have took this sell. I would have did this. I would have say, oh, it's at the 61 point level. I would have did that. And before it even chopped, I would have tried to play maybe this thinking this is reversal, and I would have tried to do this. So I'm happy I didn't take this. That's what I'm mainly happy about, because it was still bullish. Because I remember one time I was practicing and I sent you my chart and you was like, well, you lost because you took a sell a sell right here and price never chopped.
Mhm.
So I'm happy about that, but whatever. I thought it was going to be a sale all day today because of it chopped right here, but it just didn't do it.
Well, you got some momentum going here, here. It's not really going very much anywhere.
Mhm.
So, and especially, why would it continue off when it doesn't have no fuel? Like there's nothing to feel that push. You're trading away. You're not in the zone. You're trading away from the zone, and it's correcting. The anticipation is that it needs to go to some place to really push up, right?
Mhm.
Because that's what the whole point of a supply zone is. Supply zone is a place where prices are too high. When it's too high, price will go up. But it's got to be more logical in your decision, right? If you don't have a logical reason why you could see it going one way or another, then I wouldn't even try to. I wouldn't even try it, man. Just
Hmm.
wouldn't.
I'm happy. I'm happy I didn't do it. Yeah, it's like this inside bar. I would definitely would have took this back in the day on a 15-minute. I didn't do it, so that's fine. Well, I appreciate it.
That is, my friend, called growth.
For real, for real, for real.
So,
All right. I guess I'll let Josiah take over.
good, good, good. Josiah, talk to me.
Yeah, I was just a bit confused. Like when you said that I had a weak point pulled as my supply and demand in the questions group chat. So I was trying to like go over that so I could understand fully like how is that a weak point?
Yeah,
Or
go ahead.
which zone exactly were you even talking about, really, too? I was kind of confused. So
Bring up the picture that you had shown.
how do I do that?
Go to the very bottom of Zoom. You'll see a little green button that says share screen, and then you can share your computer screen.
Well, I'm on my phone, but
If you're on your phone, there still should be a share button, and you should be able to pull it up on Discord. Or P Money, can you share your screen and pull it up
On Discord?
Yeah.
Wait, no, I think I got it. I think I got it.
Oh, okay.
Is that it?
Yes, sir.
This is the picture. So
Yeah.
this is like just the picture.
All right. So, do you understand weak highs and weak lows? Strong and weak highs and lows.
Yes. So like to my understanding, like a strong low is basically a low that took out a high, right?
Yes.
Right. So I figured that 15-minute low made that break of structure on the 15 minutes. So I figured that would be a strong point in the market.
Nope, because you showed that this high right here, going back based on your dots, pushed all the way down, which means that this high is strong, and that means that this low is weak. Then you tried to base a zone off of a weak area. Because what high did this break?
You said what high did it break?
Correct.
It broke the high, right? I mean, it broke the impulse high, like the one that made the low.
It broke it at this point. Yeah, so this is fine. But before that, it was in a strong area. That's why I was saying it was a weak. Does that make sense?
Nah, I'm a little confused. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. All right. Hold on one second. Judging by your dots, these are your structure points, right?
Right. Yeah.
So this was a higher high, right?
Yes.
And then it made a BOS, right? I made there was a chalk right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that this high is strong because it broke this low. So this is a weak low. This is a strong high, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That means this is a weak low, right?
Okay, yeah, but then at the same time, I still got price bullish, so that's why I'm a bit confused.
It didn't make a continual change. So all it did was make a what's it called? all it did was make a unconfirmed stage, right? So this was unconfirmed bearish,
Right.
which
Okay.
means it could go both ways. So
Mm.
if you decide to keep it as a bullish bias, cool. Like some people, that's some people's rules, right? That's not what I would have rules wise.
The only reason I'm bullish is because of the 4 hour. Like I'm trying to mainly keep my bias based off of the 4 hour. Even though I know that was unconfirmed bears, I still had in mind that high would, or that high was gonna get took either. You know what I'm saying, today.
Well, that's what you decided for in your rules, right?
Yeah.
And that's why we also say that you should that's why we also say you should be able to, you should pull your sense of direction from the higher time frame anyways. So
Yeah.
that's fine. That is fine. So
But more than likely, price may probably come back down lower than that demand anyways, and come into a 4 hour demand that I see. So that may probably what happened. That's probably what's going to happen. Anyways.
so it could, but this is just looking at it from the 15-minute. This would be a week. This is a sorry, I'm sorry. This is a strong high right here. So if you had based your demand zone right here before it made this, then it was invalid for you to pull this on because it did not break anything. Like this push did not break anything until it got to this point. And really, the real drive that caused the break of this strong high was this low right here.
Right.
That's actually,
Yeah, that's why I was asking, is that like where my structure point should be now? Because that actually drove
no,
price.
that's not the rules of a structure. When you
Right.
define a structure point and swing point, you basically
Mhm.
have two lines that go across. And until it breaks one of those two lines, then that's where your new structure is. So
Yeah.
you can't have this be a higher high, this be a lower low, and then try to make this a structure point, because that occurred inside of your structure, which means everything inside of here is what's called internal structure, and it's something to really be ignored, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. So that actually would have been a valid little sell had I would have even known to pay attention to that, because because that was a strong high on the 15-minute. That could have been a nice short term sell.
Yeah, it could have. Only thing
Yeah.
it didn't do was follow through. But if you had pulled some type of zone right here, right, you could have taken your trade. You could have been either got to break even or even got some R's in profit. Hopefully you took take profit. If not, you just would have broke even. So what it
Mm,
meant was that the market was going upwards. It made a temporary pullback. It just didn't fall through. So
okay. I get it now. I gotta pay more. I feel like I need to pay more attention to like when changes of characters happen. Anyways, I feel like sometimes I miss those, so I need to pay more attention to that.
well, everything you do in trading has to have a context. Like we don't. That's why we say usually you should not post just one picture, because that's not the full picture, right? So
Hmm.
you're looking at M15, but like you said, you should be basing everything you do off of the higher time frame, anyways. But it's
Yeah.
important for you to be able to look at it and say, okay, why is this doing what it's doing?
Hmm.
That's the question that you have to ask, and you have to put these two time frames together so that you can be able to understand and see, okay, this is exactly what's happening. So
Okay. So that was just my question. Now I understand now what you were saying exactly.
ooh, make more sense now.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good stuff.
Uh,
Good stuff.
Hey, Brian, can we go over your loss on UJ?
Oh yeah. Hold on 1 second. Okay. There were around 3 that I took. This one, I knew I shouldn't have taken the trade when I took it, but I did anyways because I was just trying to see something. But that bias, the market was going to go upward. Let's see. Shouldn't have taken the trades at all with this pair at all anyways today. The market pushed upward, made a demand zone, came back down. Cool. Took a little bit of R right here. Then the market made a push. My trade opportunity was right in here within this candle. And that's the one I shouldn't have taken. Then I ended up taking one more just to cover the next loss and just scalp the market essentially. After that, I was kind of done for the day.
Wait, I'm sorry. Okay, I was looking at two different because your thing goes on many screens. So where did you take your loss and why?
Took my loss right here.
Okay, what screen are you on? Are you on the 1 minute or the 15 minute?
15. 15.
15. Okay, and why? And now could we go to the 1 minute? And why did you enter the trade?
Here's the 1 minute.
Mm-hmm. And why did you enter this?
Oh, I was just testing something.
Okay.
Something that I recently remembered that I really haven't practiced well with my plan, and I was trying to see if I could get it to see if I could see what the result was. But when I got in the trade, I figured it would be a loss. I just wanted to see what it would do.
Mm-hmm. Then obviously you won the next trade, right?
Yeah, to cover my last loss. So
Would you call that revenge trading?
nope, because I knew because that was the spot where I should have entered. Where I took the loss, I knew not to get in. Where I took the next win is where I knew I should have entered.
Exactly. Yeah. I see the difference. It's on chalk and BOS.
No, it chalked. It did everything it needs to do. It chalked here. So this was
that chalked on a 1 minute? Not the 1 minute,
No.
right?
I didn't take trades off 1 minute.
Yeah, 15 seconds.
All of these were 15 seconds. They were all valid setups, but only this one and this one were the valid trades. This one wasn't. But I kind of knew that going into the trade, and I was like, oh, let me see what happens. Well, that one ended up going to an instant loss. So
and then that red candle, I see you got like 3-4 different colors. That red candle, that's just imbalance, or that's a bearish candle?
it's imbalance, but a bearish imbalance.
Okay. Because I know you said price has to close with a 15-minute bearish candle, but you said a wick could suffice. So before that bearish candle, have price even closed to you with a bearish candle?
You're talking about here?
Well, on this 15-minute POI, because you said a 15-minute POI has to do a change of character before you take a trade. So I'm saying, did a 15-minute bearish? Can you show me the 15-minute bearish candle inside this POI?
You have multiple. You have one touching here, one here, and one here, and one here.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to see. All right. I understand. Thank you.
What I was saying, what you're referring to is that you need price to make a pullback. So what you got was there was a trade where the market broke right here, and then it wicks and tapped in, and you tried to take this trade, and then it came back and hit you.
Yeah.
What I was saying is it had never. You got to be careful of getting excited once. Let me see if I can find one. Yeah, like this. So the market supposedly makes a break right here. And after it makes this break, you're trying to get in on this tap in right here when the market taps in. And what ends up happening is it may, but then it comes back and it takes and hits you like this because you got in too early. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what I do is I just wait. I wait until it makes a new structure point, and then I let it come back. So after it makes this lower low, if it came back and tapped in, then I would enter because then I know that's the actual pullback. And what I was saying is you just need to have a specific rule for pullback. So once you have that rule, that will tell you when the price is making a pullback. So if you can't, the only thing to help you is a line chart. So price went up, the price made its move back down. So cool. That's why I ended up making a valid trade opportunity. But I knew the momentum was going to go against me when I was coming in here. And there was no reason for me to have taken the trade that was inside here, that was right here, because I knew momentum was going to come against me. At this point, considered the momentum had been complete. And then after that point, the market went up from there. Went a little choppy, but I had enough to cover the loss, so I didn't really care. And then after that, it really didn't go very much anywhere because it's already tapping into this H4 zone where I was expecting for it to reverse anyways. So whatever I caught here, it would have been a short-term move or would have been a deeper retracement on that 4 hour. Does that make sense?
Make perfect sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I see you haven't been trading Nas or US 30.
where they've been going.
Oh, I haven't even checked. I made a pact to myself, like, I'm just gonna stick on gold, man, and not look at no other pair. But I just know, like, you used to trade those pairs.
Well, I am not biased to any one pair.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's been nothing interesting about NASDAQ. Nothing interesting really to me about US 30. And there's been nothing clear about either one of them. And especially the times that we're in right now, there's not really, the pairs in the market have not been doing very well because there's not that much good stuff really going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like financially, the world's in disarray. And some people are really tired of hearing it, but that's just kind of where we're at. And the market's reflecting with the world. Have you noticed how horrible the market looks on a daily basis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a reason why. Gold's doing well because people are scared shitless. So they're trying to put their money in something that's going to go up. So, but yeah, no. I'm not, trust me, I am not biased to any one pair. I go where the opportunity is. That's all that matters to me. So, what other questions do y'all guys have? All right. Well, all right, guys. The recording will be up within the next 24 hours. If y'all have any questions that you get a chance to answer, feel free to ask inside of the Discord. And if not, if you want to save them, we'll have another phone call on Thursday and we'll be able to address them then. But guys, I wish y'all the best in your trading. Be careful in these crazy times because the market is moving quite weirdly as we digest more information. But I wish y'all the best in your trading. And I will talk to y'all soon.
Peace.
Peace, guys.